Okay, hello everybody. Good afternoon semua, and hope you have a great lunch today and hope you are doing well. So for today we have a technical issue that my face cannot appear in the screen, but never mind, we continue the learning process. Alright, so welcome back to our lunch and learning session today. And for today is a Monday, so I'm gonna talk about the technical presentation. Alright, again, my name is Reza from Turcomp, and for today's topic, I will share to you about the pressure rating standard for the valve. Alright, before we proceed further, let's look at our first slide that introduce about the history of the ASME standard. Alright, as you can see in the screen right now, ASME, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, founded in 1880s, is one of the oldest standard developing organization in the world. Starting with the first issuance of its legendary boiler and pressure vessel code in 1914, ASME has pioneered much of the mechanical engineering standard development. Its course and standard have covered including piping, pressure technology, nuclear, elevator, escalator, construction, engineering design, standardization, and performance testing. This code also known as a B16 standard. B16 standard is intended for manufacturers, owners, employers, users, and others concerned with the specification, buying, maintenance, training, and safe use of valve, flange fitting, and gasket with pressure equipment. So B16 standard can help user comply with important regulation while achieving operation cost and safety. Alright, there's a basic introduction about the ASME. So B16 standard commonly in use in oil and gas industry have a lot, but we may focus on the ASME B16.10, which is this represent of the face-to-face and end-to-end dimension of valve. ASME B16.34 is related valve flange, threaded, and welding end. ASME B16.5 pipe flange and flange fitting. ASME B16.11 is a forge fitting socket weld threaded end connection. And also B16.25 also butt weld end connection. Alright, for this topic that we are focused about the pressure rating. So we may focus for the ASME B16.34 and also ASME B16.5. Alright, then we look at about the pressure rating. What is the pressure rating of the valve? The pressure rating, also known as a pressure class, is the maximum pressure a pipe, fitting, or valve should be capable of withstanding at given temperature in normal condition. Also known as a maximum allowable working pressure, a pressure rating lets an engineer determine which material will work best at any certain point of piping. So, another criteria that we need to consider about the pressure rating is a temperature. So, the higher the process of temperature, the less pressure can be handled by the pipe. By the way, I apologize that I cannot see your comment, but if you have any inquiry, just put your comment over there and then I will try to respond after this presentation. Alright, so we go to the standard classification of pressure rating. Okay, in normal oil and gas, we have a lot of class, but the standard one is a class 150, class 300, class 600, class 900, class 1500, and also class 2500. So basically, what is the difference between class of each type? So class 300 is rated to a higher pressure than a class 150, just because the more metal and withstand more pressure. So kalau you all boleh nampak dekat data sheet from client atau you are boleh see spec from end user or supplier or vendor, you may see that there's a lot type of terms like 100 hashtag, 100 pound, 100 pressure rating, 100 lb. So all of this term is related to the class 150. So you no need to confuse if you see the term macam agak tak sama. Okay, this is a example of 12-inch flange rating with main pressure class. Alright, as you can see the flange rating, the bore size, you can see that the blue line there is almost the same from 150 pound until 2,500 pound. What makes the difference between each of the pressure rating is the outside of the diameter and the both circle and diameter of the both hole. Like example, you see the 150 pound flange and also 300 pound flange. You can see that the numbers of holes is different, and also from 300 and 400 you can see that the number of hole is same, but the both circle is different. So every pressure rating have their own criteria that need to comply. Okay, so in determining the pressure class, there's a lot of questions related on it. So what is meant by the rating? What's the information that we need? What pressure could sustain the flange? Which rating can be specified for pipe flange class? Alright, so to determine the pressure class, there's three criteria that you need to consider. The first one is a flange material. The second one is a design pressure. The third is a temperature design. Alright, so let's look at for the exercise. So the question is, what is the suitable pressure class for F316 material can withstand for 150 bar at 120 degrees Celsius condition? Alright, the question is, what is the pressure that they given by material F316 stainless steel, and the design pressure is 150 bar and temperature 120 degrees C. Alright, so the first thing is you need to find pressure temperature rating table number from table 1A, as you can see at the right side of the screen. Okay, as you can see on the right side is this table 1A. So the question is, what is the material? So material given is F316. You can scroll down and see the F316, and then you try to match for the material group. So the material group is 2.2 and the pressure temperature rating table is 2-2.2. So you get this information and open for the another page in the same book B 16.5 to see what is the best pressure rating that we can select. So just remind, the material group is 2.2 and pressure rating table is 2-2.2. Alright. So another page that explain about the table. So this is a table 2-2.2 and also group 2.2 material. Just to make sure that inside this page, there's a mention about the F316, right? So again, the question is, what is the suitable pressure class for F316 material can withstand for 150 bar at 1020 degrees C? So they are given the temperature is 120 degree. So we pick for at the 150. because when we select for the 100 is lower than 120 degree, and if we select for 200 is more wide from the 120. So the best is we choose for 150 temperature. Alright, then you try to match what is the best pressure condition. So as you can see that for 150 pound is a 14.8 bar. So 300 pound is 38.5, 451, 677, 900 is 115 bar, and 1500 is 192. Alright. So the back to question is we stand for 150 bar. What is the, so you may choose for the 150 bar. You may also choose 320 bar, but it's not more costly. Then if you get the temperature, you get the material, you get the pressure, and you can find out that the best pressure rating that can cater for all this requirement is 150 pound. So back to question, what is the suitable pressure class for F316 material can withstand for 150 bar at 120 degrees C? So the answer is class 1500 pound. Alright, that is a simple basic that we need to study about the pressure. Then, after you get the class, after you get the pressure rating of the valve, so you may test your valve, follow API 598 and also API 6D. Okay, this is a relationship pressure rating with valve testing. For example, previously, you have just class 150 pound, 1500 pound. So you try to see the class 1500 pound, and you may test your valve body is up to 388 bar, and also you may test your seat up to 285 bar. So where this value can be found? Actually, when you want to test for the shell test bar, you need to times from the design pressure 1.5 for the shell test, and also 1.1 for seat test. So as you can see, class 1500, the design pressure is at 258. So when you times to 1.5 is equal to 388. So that is the value that you need to test the valve body. And same goes to the hydro seat test. The design pressure is 258, and you times to 1.1, you will get 285 bar. So you will test the seat test with this value. Alright. So this is a simple basic things about the pressure rating for the valve. Alright, then our presentation comes to an end. So thank you for your stay with me. And you have any inquiries, please do visit our e-commerce at turcomp.com. And also you may visit our store.turcomp.com. So sorry for this technical error that I cannot appear in the live. So I hope you have any inquiries. Please drop your comment. And until now, thank you and stay safe, everyone.